Any man give his life for I.S.U.P.K for Christ and for the But in that U.P.K battle, it's my brother and my blood, and I will die and kill for him if necessary.
Find it? You know where it's at? I'll tell you what it's bad. Oh, bad.
I mean, I have a scar, but I was in bigger than a scar. That's in my purse, but I usually use it for that. But I can do it. Yeah, there was a bag. It was like a Target or something bag.
Yeah, it was bad. Sister's scar or something.
I ain't acting down, need to do. You still a man, did the good. But I'm just getting to the next level. You see the rise to the devil. We fell for the lies to the devil. But we got high to the devil. I look into the eyes of the devil. I ain't acting down, need the devil.
I remember I was only 13 when I met the demon. Gave me a goose in a bundle of cocaine. I told me to sell to my people, make sure you keep it clean. And then he tried to show you, make sure that you leave me. And he said, I'm on board, you been on the ground, pop up. How you got me moving this dope, want me and locked up? He said, don't you want the best vertical with the top up? Yeah, stop bitch, you get in that kitchen, let it rock up. I just let it know, boys, sleeping and rock up. I know you know what the plug in my lock up. I'm telling you a little secret, make sure you keep your mouth shut. Why I got a Lexus, tripping Philly in Texas. Tripping up behind, just gotta look for his mama. He's fucking up in Congress, be honest, he's seeing this and go. I hate it, but I just seen Ryan about a week ago. He ain't feeling too good, his knees are kinda slow. I asked him how the struggle, he got stuck for his brother, but them 6 pound chips in his legs what made it crumble. Busy got an awesome, mama is living good. Said the fast took it all, he right back in the hood. I said he tried playing, you gave him crack in the 80s. Made us support our babies and make the hoes out of ladies. I know you got me crazy, but Satan, you must be crazy. It's all it takes more than cars for that amaze me. I see niggas shoot for the stars, but being lazy. Never get their head out of the clouds, so you don't face me. I guarantee you all credit. Remember I said it, nah, you could dead. What you say? I can't win. No, that's a nice try, so I'm telling you again.
I ain't acting down, need to do. I ain't still a man, did the good. I'm just getting to the next level. You see the rise to the devil. We fell for the lies to the devil. But we got high to the devil. I look into the eyes of the devil. I ain't acting down, need the devil. I ain't religious or superstitious. I ain't getting fucked up with genocide like the Matrix. Police control the mob because prison became a business. And murder on the cross, they start talking about forgiveness. We think that it's so hard because we got public assistance. If this ain't help, dog, what is this? Where was all lives mattered when they took Osama? There was no peace talk like the Dalai Lama. Bush dropping bombs, saying he gon' put in drama. They got jokes, man, they even fought the Obama. But when we rock, they sent the military in armor. When we fight oppression, then our people die harder. The reapers are so, some people call it karma. But try to return, y'all can make the office like a farmer. Don't tell me don't bring up the past no more. They still trying to settle the score with Scottish law. Change my life, and I'm just trying to live life right. But at night I look behind me and see flashing lights, patting me down. Got nothing that's holding me right. I don't smoke or push pills, I give up my fight. So Mr. Officer, why you wanna take my life? And the honor, why you take my homeboy's life? I've been wondering
All right, Shalom, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Barak Thumb to the brothers, Yahweh Shemal, Alathan, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai to the sisters. Okay, it's the I.S.U.P.K, Florida law class. We are the I.S.U.P.K, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohanna. Okay, since 1969, we've been bringing out that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians need to keep the laws of the Most High God. Okay, we are the chosen, we are His chosen people. Okay, so we are basically right now, we are in the 4th day of Hanukkah. Okay, Feast of Dedication, where we, rededicate the temple that we took back from our oppressor. Okay, so we're in the 4th day. So for 8 days, we were supposed to, rededicate the temple, our temple that we took back from our oppressor. So we're in the middle of that basically. Okay, so tonight is the law class. So we're going to get into the law. Obviously, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians walking the earth today think that they can do whatever they want to do, when they want to do it, how they want to do it. And, there's no, how can I say it? There's no head. There's no one to answer to, okay? When, obviously, any society, anywhere you go on the earth, there's law and order, even here in America, okay? But not only should we be keeping our oppressor's law, we should be keeping the law of the Most High God of the universe, okay? That God chose Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to keep His laws and uphold His laws throughout the earth. Okay, that job was given to us as a nation of people. Okay, and we gave that up. We gave that up for fornication, sex, drugs, to love the other nations, whatever you could think of. It wasn't enough for us that we were on top and ruling. We wanted to be like the other nations. We wanted what they wanted. At certain times, even before Yahushua, before King David, we wanted a king because the other nations had a king. And that's not how originally the Most High God set it up for us. But basically, we've always wanted to be like the other nations, even to this day. We desire to have what they have and be who they are. And that's why we hate each other, because the people that we want to love and be like, they hate us. So in order to be like them, you have to do what they do. You have to think how they think. You have to celebrate the days they celebrate. You have to hate what they hate and love what they love. And they hate Black people. They hate Hispanics. They hate Native Indians. So it's been taught to us that if we want a piece of their pie, we want a nice car, we want a nice house, we have to hate ourselves. It's evident in like jobs. You go to your job and you have brothers and sisters that kiss up to the white man, and he hate, like, let's say, he's around the oppressor at work, and you have a brother or sister come along, and it's like he hates the sight of you more than the oppressor does. It's very unfortunate that we are in this situation that we were never supposed to be in. But like I said, we gave up our laws And that way we gave up what the Most High had for us, okay? Which was rulership, which was to be on top of this earth, okay? So, if you guys have any questions, we'll take questions on the law, okay? I'll try to answer them to my best ability, and if I can't answer it, I'll run it up the chain to Captain GEN.YAHANNA, okay? So, let's see if we have any questions on the law in the chat. You got any questions, sis?
No,
Okay, no questions so far, so. But yeah, you know, even out of Christ's mouth, you know, he said that he did not come to this earth to do away with the law. You know, that was never part of why he came here. And, you know, it's like, he never said the law was done away with. And if you think about the whole, you know, the whole Bible is a history book, and it tells us what happened in the past, what's going to happen in the future, and it even describes what's happening right now. And like Yahushua in this book is supposed to come back and save Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians from their iniquity, from our sins, okay? But he hasn't came back yet. So what are we supposed to be doing? Like, the story's not over. You know what I mean? Like, it's still in play. Everything's still happening. So I don't know how or where this, you know, well, obviously the devil, the white man, the oppressor, is telling us that, you know, he started it saying the laws are done away with, 2021. You can be gay, it's an alternative lifestyle. You can eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. It's, you know, a delicacy. And all these things are false. They're false, you know what I mean? A farce and a lie. The laws were never, ever done away with. Okay? Go ahead, sis.
why is it?
You have to turn it on.
Why is it that so-called Christians, they refer to the Mosaic law as something that is almost invalid, or what is their justification for that?
What is the justification for saying that?
For not keeping?
For not keeping the law.
Correct.
Basically, they cherry pick what's in this book. And that's their justification. They cherry pick what's in this book. They'll go to John 3:16 and say God loves everybody, when if you just keep reading it, it'll say, "O men of Israel." So there is a lot of, you know, there's a lot of ways to manipulate this book, especially if, you know, there was a time and period when we were first in slavery and they didn't allow us to read. Like, if you were caught reading, you would have your eyes, you know, torn from their sockets. Because at some point they knew that, you know, that you would get this book and you would have a better understanding of it than they do. Okay? So, let's see. What is there? Let's see if I can. So the question is, why or what is their reasoning for saying that the laws are done away with? Correct?
Content. I can give you an example of.
Go ahead.
So two so-called Christians on separate occasions that I've encountered, they don't believe in a woman covering her head when praying. They feel like that is just something that's so-called old or outdated that they don't keep it.
Right.
So how do we how do they justify something like that?
Honestly, you would have to ask them that, because I couldn't, you know what I mean? Like, besides being selfish and wanting to do what you want to do, and reasoning within yourself, I couldn't tell you, you know what I mean, what they're thinking. You know what I mean? But obviously, they just don't want to keep the laws of the Most High. Okay?
Concern for what?
That's what, So, that is the whole problem with Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians in a whole today, is that we have been taught for generations to be selfish. To only think of yourself, to do what you want to do. And the only way for some people, the only way to change that is for them to die in thermonuclear warfare. Okay, so I'm gonna read a scripture. Okay, we're gonna read the book of Proverbs. Okay, Proverbs chapter 19. Verse 16. And like I said, for some people, they'll have to die in nuclear warfare. They'll have to die before they learn or just come back to God's laws, because they love themselves and they hate the Most High, obviously. Like, because even if you have a father or a mother and they tell you something and you reason within yourself that, the old man, the old girl, she's just wrong. She don't know what she's talking about. This is 2021. Things are not the same as they were, and in her time or his time, and they're just wrong. And they're not wrong. It's just you reason within yourself, because all you care about is your life. Whatever it is you want to do, that's what you want to do, and you're gonna reason within yourself to convince yourself to do it. Okay. So Proverbs chapter 19, verse 16 says, "He that keepeth the commandments keepeth his own soul, but he that despiseth his ways shall die." So, like, if you despise these laws, it's all over this book. If you don't keep these commandments, if you despise this book, you despise what the Most High set for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, then you're gonna die. And you won't sleep. Like, for some people, they'll just lay down and go to sleep. For some people, they'll die of cancer. They'll die of overdosing on drugs. They'll die of AIDS. Okay, they'll die of high blood pressure. They'll die by getting shot by the cops in the streets. You know what I'm saying? They'll die of death. You know what I mean? And for some people, they won't die that death. They'll just lay down and go to sleep. But those that despise this law, they're gonna die. You know what I mean? They're gonna die a death. They're gonna die. They're gonna die from the Most High. Okay. So they just hate the Most High. And anybody who is on this earth is they're gonna worship something. Okay. I don't care if it's this society and everything that it has to offer, or if you're gonna worship the Most High. Like you can worship this world, but you know what I mean? Like it's gonna cause you to die a death that you don't want to die, okay? They don't love God, basically. And we're gonna go to the second book of John, chapter 1 and verse 6. Okay, this scripture is going to tell you and show you how to love God. Okay, there is no other way to love the Most High except by doing this. Someone who tells you that the law is done away with, they don't love God. They don't love his ways. Okay, because there is nowhere in this book where it's going to tell you that the laws are done away with. It's not in the book. It's not in here. But like I said, they will try to manipulate the book and, you know, like cherry pick certain words and say, well, see, you know, it says right here that, you know what I mean, Christ died for all our sins, you know, the blood of Christ, you know, where I don't see that in the book, but you know what I mean, they'll cherry pick and try to make it seem like that. Okay, so if you go to the second book of John, chapter 1 and verse 6, it tells you how to love God. And this is love, which Black Hispanics and Native Indians don't have. They don't have this for God, much less another brother or sister. We hate each other. Like we despise each other. We kill each other at an alarming rate for, you know, petty things. Really small things will kill each other. We sleep with, we want to commit adultery with our brother's wives, you know, stuff like that. Like we plot and plan to destroy each other. And, you know, that's not how you love the Most High God. You know what I mean? It tells you that this is love, that we walk after his commandments. We do what he said, okay? This is the commandment, that as ye have heard from the beginning. Like all the way over here in the New Testament, he's telling you from the beginning, this is what it is. And it's always been like this. You've always had people that say, you know, no, the law's done away with. So we don't have to do that. You know, God knows my heart. All this stuff that basically destroys us as a nation, because one brother or sister does it and somebody else see them do it and they teaching them, you know, they're teaching their young to do it, and it's like a cancer. It spreads, and you know what I mean, before you know it, we're all dying. Okay, so it says, as ye have heard from the beginning, ye shall walk in it. Okay, for many deceivers are entered into the world. They're here, who confess not that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh. This is a deceiver and an antichrist. So anybody who's telling you that the laws are done away with, they're antichrist. You know what that means? To be antichrist?
What to be against the Most High?
Yes. So you're going against what Christ is saying. Your big brother, the king. You're going against what he's saying. Like, people make this book out to be this big hooky spooky thing, and like the antichrist is going to be some mystical person or thing, and it's just anybody who goes against what Christ says. You're anti what he's saying. You're anti what he does. Okay. So that's all it is. I mean, these laws have never been done away with. And the biggest law that we don't keep is loving each other. Okay? What we should be doing is loving one another. That is like the biggest part of the law. Okay. So I'm going to go to the book of Matthew, chapter 22, and verse 36. And this love that, I'm trying to express that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians should have for one another. It's like the foundation of Black people, Hispanic people, and Native Indian people getting out of the hell that we're in today. Because, listen, it breaks my heart as I drive through the earth and I see Black people destroyed, Puerto Rican people destroyed. Basically, Israelites are, what does the scripture say, that we would be, that he would wear out the saints. Okay, we've been worn out, we've been beat down. You see, brothers, it breaks my heart. I see them walking, pushing carts, and I'm like, why are we in this condition? You know what I mean? Like, they send these, what was it, the Arabs, they send plane loads full of them over here, and they feed them, they're gonna give them loans and all kinds of stuff, and help them get on their feet when they will, and it's from not, they're just gonna do it. They're just gonna give it to them. And like, for them to give you anything or any crumb, they make it seem like it's the biggest thing on the, like the biggest deal. Oh, we had to give, we got to give the Black people reparation. We got to give them this or give them that. They're just lazy and shiftless. When the average Black person, Hispanic person, they start doing physical labor nowadays at like 12 years old, 12, 13, 14. They're out getting a job. If they're not getting a job and trying to help feed their family legally, they're selling dope or something like that. Okay, and why? When you have other people who they didn't build this nation up like we did, and they just come over here and get a free ride, it's because you are God's chosen people. Like, you are being punished right now. And like, how long do you have to get, spanked before you say, you know what? Okay, this is it. I'm gonna change. Go ahead.
Pastor, and for them to
welcome the Arabs and other nations here. Yeah, we have brothers and sisters here from Mexico and Central America that get deported left and right
Right,
and are being held in cages.
right.
Even though they're contributing to society, they work, pay taxes, and contribute to the economy, but they're still considered a burden.
That's why we say the white man is the devil. Devil just means deceiver. Like, he is the biggest deceiver of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, because they put it out that Mexicans are rapists and drug dealers, all of them, not just some of them, all of them. So they shouldn't be here. When that's a lie. Like, they're the hardest working human beings in America today. They're the ones out cutting grass and climbing trees and pouring concrete and
roofing.
on top of roofs. I was just gonna say they are climbing buildings, tall buildings, and doing building up his empire. But at the same time, he's a rapist and a murderer and a drug dealer. When he speak a lie, he speak it of himself. Okay, that's the devil. That's the white man. Okay. Where did I say I was going?
You said Matthew 22?
Let's see. Yeah, Matthew 22. Verse 37. Let's see. Right. This is the biggest, this is just by us following this scripture. We start at 36. But just by us following this scripture, it's going to help black people. This is basically, you're going to be able to show the Most High that you love him. Because have you ever seen God? Have you ever heard him talk? No. But there is a way that you can show that you love him. And that's by loving your brothers and sisters. Okay? Okay, so we'll start at verse 35. Matthew 22 and 35. And then one of them, which was a lawyer, okay? What a lawyer, he knows the law in and out. He knows this book. He knows the law. He knows what we should be doing and what we shouldn't be doing. That's his job. Almost like, the priests and prophets in the, Israelite School, University of Practical Knowledge. Our job is to know what blacks and Hispanics and Native Indians need to do, okay, in any situation, okay? Then one of them, which was a lawyer, asked him a question, tempting him, and saying, Master, which is the greatest commandment in the law? So he wants to know, but at the same time, there's a scripture that says, if you break one of these least commandments, you know what I mean? So they're all the same. But Christ is going to give him an answer that is going to help black people get out of the position that they're in. It's going to help black people love each other. It's going to help black people understand basically their purpose on the earth, how they should carry themselves according to their power. Like, you have a power, that could be on your side to help you obtain anything that you want or need. He's done it before. But there's something you have to do. Okay? You have a car, and it will take you anywhere you want to go, right? But there's something you have to do first, right? You have to turn the key. You have to start it, or it's not going to take you where you want to go. And that's like, there's something we have to do in this earth. There's something we should be doing. And if we're not doing it, how do we expect to get what we want out of life? The white man tells you to work hard. Just work harder. Get up 6 o'clock in the morning and don't get home till 8 o'clock at night, and do that for like 6 days a week, and you'll be okay. You'll be able to, buy a car, have a nice house. But you know what I mean? Like, that's not living. That's slavery. Like, that is a textbook example of slavery. That's what we did when we were physically in chains. And now we're spiritually, mentally in chains because we believe that. We do it. Like, we teach our kids that. If you grow up, just work hard. Just work hard. Be whatever you want to be. I don't want to be shit, but a servant of the Most High. I don't need a fancy car. I don't need a big house. It's just me. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't need to be able to take, trips around the world. The Lord had that for me, I would have it. He would give it to me. It would be, I wouldn't have to, scale high-rise buildings like our brothers, the Mexicans, do, or be on top of roofs, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't have to do all that stuff. The Lord would, He would put me on top where I would be the borrower and not the lender. You know what I mean? So this lawyer is asking Yahushua, what is the greatest commandment? Okay? Yahushua said unto him, thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. So we just read what it is to love him. So if we love him with all our soul, all our mind, all our power, what are we going to do? If we love him this way, what are we going to do?
Serve him.
We just read it. We're going to walk in his commandments. We're going to do what he said to do. Like, I'm sure your mom, like, anytime you didn't do what she wanted you to do, she felt like you didn't care about her. You don't care about what I say or how I feel or what I want. Our God feels the same way. Like, we don't do what he say, we're proving to him and showing him that we don't care about how he feels. He's a jealous God. It's in the book. You know what I mean? All these things have been laid out for us to understand and know how to live on the earth. And it says that you should love God. Love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment. And the second is like unto this. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Okay? On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. So basically, everything hinges off of you loving God and loving your brother. That's what the law is all about, really. Like this law that he gave us, it just lays out how to treat your brother, how to treat your sister. That's all it does. It just teaches us how to love each other, how to react, how to be with each other, how to live amongst each other, what we should and what we shouldn't do. You know, like any parent, there's gonna be rules, okay? There's rules to the house. He put us in charge of the house, and we stopped keeping the rules. We stopped keeping, the Passover, Feast of Unleavened Bread. All these things I grew up and I had no idea about them until I came into this school and I was taught, you know what I mean? Like, this is what it is. And it was amazing to me, you know what I mean? And, some people, they'll think, okay, well, I come into the school and start keeping the laws and, my whole life's gonna change. And, it's gonna get better, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna struggle anymore, I'm not gonna have any more hard times because I'm keeping God's laws. Well, unfortunately, the Lord sees what you're doing, but we came into slavery together. We're gonna serve out this slavery together. We went into rulership together. We lived out rulership amongst one another together. It wasn't, okay, this person over here, you know what I mean, he's keeping the laws. And that's what was so heavy about it. Like when we stopped keeping the laws, there were certain tribes that were like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna cause us to fall. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna cause us to die. And that's the biggest part of the law, is not being selfish. Like, you have to think about somebody else besides yourself. If you're not thinking of someone else besides yourself, you're being selfish. And you don't love God. Okay? Hold on one second. Well,
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I was calling you up with you.
okay, so the biggest thing is loving each other. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians loving one another, okay? And that is something that is the biggest hurdle I think that we have to overcome. Because right now, Puerto Ricans and blacks, I think they kind of get along okay. But like other tribes, like Mexicans, they kind of get along with black brothers, Judah. But there's still this big divide. You know what I mean? Like, brothers over in I was just going into, keeping the laws. Obviously, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we was given these laws by the Most High Power, and we were chosen to keep them. You know what I mean? Like, we were chosen to be a special people, and we gave that up. We gave that up. I mean, you gave up rulership for sleeping with, a white woman, or being gay, or doing some kind of drugs, you know what I mean? Like, we gave up everything just to follow other nations, okay? And that's not what, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, that's not our purpose here on earth. It's to be, drug dealers or homosexuals or eating whatever you want to eat, sleeping with whoever you want to sleep with. That is not what was meant for us. That was not our position. That was not the position that we were supposed to have in the earth, okay? There's a thing that we are supposed to be doing. There's a way that we should be living, okay? And I'm going to read it in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, and verse 13. This is what blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, this is what we should be doing. And this is all over this book. Like, it's crazy how I see on every corner, there's like multiple churches. I thought about it today to myself. I'm driving, I see a church here, church. And we see it right here when we come here, every day. There's like 3 churches in a row. You know what I mean? Like, and if there's one God, there should be only one word. So why is there, different churches? Why are they saying, why are they not all the same? You know what I mean? And it's because they don't love God. They want to do what they want to do, and they'll find an establishment, a church, that will let them be who they are and let them conduct themselves on the earth the way they want to. Allow them to sin the sin that they want to sin. Okay? And that's not what we should be doing. If you would, Trooper, read Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 13. You got the mic right there in front of you.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
Say it again, read it again from the top.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
The whole matter. All the discussions, all the debates, everything that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians want to say or tell you to be able to do what they want to do, this is the conclusion of all of the talk, all the books that they write, all the different point of views. It's just everything that's out there that's jamming us up from coming together. This is what this is. Read.
Fear the Most High and keep His commandments.
That's it. That's the conclusion of everything. Like, the law is not done away with. It says that the beginning of knowledge is the fear of God. We should fear this power that we have. We've seen what he can do to us. We see it every day. We see us getting shot down in the streets. We see, us dying of AIDS, high blood pressure. We see the hell that he's destroying us. Like we're destroyed in our neighborhoods. You drive through any other nation neighborhood, any other people, their neighborhood does not look like our neighborhood. It just does not. I had to go to Questa. That is up by Jupiter today to get that item. And just everywhere. The whole just, soon as you get into Jupiter, like it's just wonderful everywhere. You turn down this road, oh, it's just wonderful. This road, that road, and guess there's no niggas around. There's no black people. It's all Caucasian, and it's just lovely. It's wonderful the way they live, and it breaks my heart to see the way we live. It breaks my heart. I drive up and down the earth, and I see my brothers and sisters pushing carts on drugs, standing in the streets, and it breaks my heart. Like it hurts me to see us like that. Right. And it's all because we stopped keeping God's laws. We stopped doing what he said to do. And it's not even grievous. The scriptures say, these laws are not grievous. They're not hard. What's so hard about not eating crabs? Like if you do think about it, they eat garbage. Like, do you want to eat that? You want to eat something that picks up garbage and just eats it all day, and it don't want to eat anything but garbage. So that thing's made out of garbage, and you want to eat that. We gave up everything to eat garbage. That's crazy. We gave up our God so we can sleep with garbage. No people. So we can eat garbage. So we can be garbage. We're garbage now. Look at us on the streets. We're destroyed. We are on the bottom of the barrel.
Right.
And that's not where we're supposed to be. Read from the top.
Come on. 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments.
The conclusion of black people being on crack. Black people, Hispanic people hating each other. Dying by getting shot in the streets by the police. Because we are not keeping God's laws. They're not done away with. Keep reading.
For this is the whole duty of men.
This is your job. This is what you're here for. You were created for one purpose. This is what you was created for. Just to serve a God. But if you serve him properly, he will give you any and everything that you need. All he wants you to do is just serve him. Do what he said. But instead of doing that, we gave up everything.
So like I said.
Go ahead.
Yeah, they said because it's like when you look at us, like the 12 tribes, it's like 12 tribes, but it's like a whole bunch of different religions. We in everything. We Christian, we Catholic, we everything. But when you look at the Chinese, they're not like that. They all serve Buddha.
They all serve. That's true.
You go buy your Chinese food, they all got the same Buddha going on.
Right. The Arab, man, the same thing. You know what I mean? They're not confused.
Right.
But Israel has been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And the Lord said that we would serve other gods. We didn't want to serve him, we would serve other gods. Go to first book of John, chapter 5.
1 John, SHALAM.
Yes, 1 John. Keeping God's laws are not hard. What is so hard about not eating a pig? It's just an animal. But black people, we have this thing where tradition like trumps everything. Like your mom's mom ate pig. And she lived till she was a ripe old age. And you know what I mean? This, that, and the third. Even though she died of high blood pressure or a heart attack. You know what I mean? Like, but it's our tradition. Well, listen, we need to break the traditions of man and keep God's laws. It's just that simple. But our mothers and fathers are stiff-necked people. And that's why a certain generation has to die before Yahawashi will return. They're either gonna die before he returns or they're gonna die in thermonuclear warfare. But they're gonna die. And it's rough, it's sad. Like you try to tell your people and they don't want to hear it. You know, we're destroyed. Like it's rough for a lot of us. We're to the point where we just don't care anymore. We want to die. Like black people want to die for the most part. A lot of us, we want to die. General Muhammad brought it out, I think it was a week or so ago, when, Thanksgiving, was it a Thanksgiving class? I'm not sure. But we do certain things in our lives, sometimes knowingly and sometimes unknowingly. We're chasing death because of our situation, because the way we live. Because of these curses, we want to die. And it's evident. Like black people are getting high out of their minds. They're standing in the middle of the streets, you know what I mean? Like, why is this brother in the middle of the road acting crazy? He wants to die. He wants to die. Why is this brother, standing on the corner when you saw generations that stood on that corner get shot down and killed for selling drugs, and you're there now? You want to die. We want to die. We want out of this, but we don't have to though. All we have to do is keep God's laws, and the pain would end. Okay, read what I told you to read.
He was like 1 John, but I didn't get to
Just
it.
start at chapter 5 and verse 1.
1 John chapter 5, verse 1. Whosoever believe that Yahawashi is the Christ is born of God. And everyone that loved him, that begot, love him also that is begotten of him. By this, we know that we love the children of God, when we love God and keep his commandment.
That's how you show you love him. Keep reading.
But this is the love of God, that we keep his commandment.
That's it. You keep the commandments, you are showing God that you love him. Keep reading.
And his commandments are not grievous.
They're not hard. It's not hard. Just replace the pork for, beef, chicken. You know what I mean? Replace, a big booty white girl with a big booty Mexican girl or whatever, or Puerto Rican girl or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, we have to love one another. That is the foundation of keeping these laws. These laws are basically just showing us how to love one another and not the other nations. We're so busy loving our oppressor that we hate ourselves. We end up hating us because we love our oppressor. Like, the oppressor basically requires for you to hate your brother because he hates you. And if you're going to be a good slave, if you're going to be his sidekick, then you have to think how he thinks. You have to move how he moves. You have to love what he loves. And I thank the Most High for Commander General Yahanna holding down this truth. Because if he didn't, I don't know that I would have had the opportunity to be here and serve the Most High the way he requires for me to serve him. You know what I mean? Could you imagine that brother held it down for 30-something years? I can imagine how it was in the beginning. If you see how it is now, just imagine how it was when, it was just so brand new and nobody ever heard of some black man trying to say he's God's chosen people. Like, you're a slave, and you're telling me you're God's chosen people? Yeah. That's me. I'm the knucklehead. I'm the knucklehead on the earth. I'm the one in timeout right now. I'm the one being punished. Okay? That's me. That's blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And we can prove it in the Bible. Okay, so go to Deuteronomy chapter 28. And start at verse 1.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the power.
You can just read it how it is.
Sorry. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandment, which I commend thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. 2. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. Blessed shall thou be in the city, and blessed shall thou be in the field. Blessed shall thou be. Blessed shall be. Blessed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy ground, and the fruit of thy cattle, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep.
Right, so everything, if we keep God's law, statutes, and commandments, everything. This is when we first came out of Egypt. So Moses is telling us, look, we're getting ready to go into rulership and take over the earth and, rule everybody and just be, God's chosen people. But there's a thing we have to do. And if we do this thing, we keep these laws, we keep this agreement, he's going to put us on top, okay? He's going to give us everything we need. And everything that we touch and do, it will be great. Read verse 7, if you would.
Come on, Pastor. The Lord shall cause thy enemy that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face.
Right. He would, if we was to keep God's law, statutes, and commandments, okay, our oppressor, read it again.
The Lord shall cause thy enemy that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face.
Right. He would kill our oppressor. Okay. He would fight our battle. We wouldn't have to do it. He would kill the oppressor. Keep reading.
They shall come out against thee one way and flee before thee 7 ways.
Right. That's if we keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Drop down to 15.
15. And it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Right, and that's us today. We're cursed. There's nobody on the planet Earth that you can look at. And this is how, we can prove who we are. By saying, look at us. We're destroyed. We're cursed. We're on the bottom. We are that nation that is not desired. So yeah, we're God's chosen people. And we stopped keeping his laws. For what though? Like even now today, if you tell a Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian that, we can get out of this situation, but we have to keep God's laws, they'll look at you like you're crazy. Because I know people, like they see us and they know what I'm about, and they'll be like, well, what are you guys doing? What are you doing? What are you doing to change it? What are you doing? What's Commanding General Yahanna doing? And I'm like, listen, it's not about what he's doing. It's what we have to do. You have to be a part of it. We went into slavery together.
Right.
Like I'm keeping God's laws, but I'm not gonna get out of slavery by myself. He's not just gonna come and save me and take me away and set me in the land. It's a nation. We're a people. Right. We have to do it together. And that's what they don't understand. Like some people, they sit back and they're like, well, I see what y'all doing, so I'm just sit over here, I'm gonna go ahead and do your thing, you know what I mean? We all have to do it. We all have to do it. And that's one of the biggest things that they don't understand. It's like, if you're not doing it, you're hindering us. You know what I mean? Like it's horrible. You know what I mean? Like, so it's not just me, it's you, it's your mama, everybody. I mean, if we don't come together and get right, we're gonna, it'll be another 2,000 years. You know what I'm saying? We all have to do it. And everybody just want to be on the sideline and just, be a spectator and just watch and wait. When, you know what I mean? Like, what are you waiting for? You're waiting for something, right? Well, you have to work towards that. Right? Like faith is dead without works. You have to do something. You know what I mean? Like you can't just sit back and not you can't just sit back and expect for heaven to fall in your lap and you're not doing the work to get it. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing anything to build towards that. You know what I mean? Like, and I heard, you know, Commander General Yohanna say something not too long ago, but he's like, listen, we have a small remnant. We have a small remnant of something that we can bring to the Most High in the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. It's a small remnant, but what we have is a beginning, and hopefully one day it'll be enough where the Most High will turn and hear our cries. You know what I mean? Like, he'll actually send Yahawashi back to get us out of this hell. You know what I mean? Like, but I was thinking earlier also, it's like, we don't understand. I don't think a lot of us understand what we're asking for. I don't think you understand what you're asking for. What I'm saying is, the world is going to be destroyed, and we're going to have to start over from nothing. So that means these laws that I was talking about earlier, like brotherhood, loving each other, like if we don't have that, like locked in, it's never gonna happen. Like, you know, it's a lot of little things that we think we're prepared for and we're not. Like, just being in rulership takes a lot of discipline. It takes a lot of self-will. It takes a lot of understanding, a lot of patience. It's definitely going to take a lot of knowledge as far as knowing how to deal with your brothers and sisters. Because could you imagine, like, there's nothing, everything is like a wilderness. And we are going to have to come together and build a government. Like, somebody's going to have to be the, the governor. Somebody's going to have to be the mayor. And if we don't know how to love each other and deal with each other, it's never going to amount to anything. It's not going to happen. So that's why I can understand why it's taking so long, for Yahawashi to return, because I don't think we really got it together yet. I don't think we really understand, you know what I mean, like what it's going to take to be in rulership, to actually run things. Like, you're definitely going to have to be selfless, because it's going to be rough. You're going to have to rule over a whole nation of people, and you're going to have their lives in your hand. You're going to have to you're going to have knowledge on how to deal with brothers and sisters. And like, I'll admit it, I don't have it yet. I don't have it yet. Because I'll look at, it breaks my heart, like I'm saying, when I see my people, but like, sometimes when I deal with brothers and sisters, I be like, man, I'm not dealing with that person. I don't even want to talk to them, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to hear your problems, you know what I mean? I don't want to hear your plight. Call Captain Shahoriala, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not ready. But just knowing that makes me say, you know what? I need the attention that I get from brothers over me when they check me and get me right, and you know what I mean, like, and push me to be better. Sometimes I'll think, this brother, man, why is he talking to me like this? Or why is he putting this on me? You know what I mean? But it's trying to help me get better at understanding how I should be. Because if I can't do it, then I just, you know what I mean? Like, I need to let somebody else do it. So you're either gonna fight to be better, or you're just gonna, you know what I mean? Like, let somebody else do it. Okay? Did I call the scripture?
Come, sir, I stopped at, 15. Deuteronomy 28, 15.
Okay,
I read the whole
all right.
thing.
Let's go ahead and drop that. Yeah, so I just, you know, like the biggest thing, I know it's the law class, but, you know, brotherhood is the biggest, you know, like the biggest part of the law, okay? So if we don't know how to treat each other, like, that's what this time is for right now, for us to learn how to love each other, treat each other, and how, you know what I mean, like all these, the way this school got things set up is right out the book. You know what I mean? Like brother, you know, counsel, all that stuff, and it's new to us. And we don't, you know, we're like, I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be putting this brother and tell him what I'm thinking and what I'm feeling and what's going on with me. And if you don't do it, like you'll never learn how to be disciplined and love, you know what I mean, your brothers and sisters the way the Most High God set it up for us to do it. Okay? So I'm gonna pull some more scriptures on basically just, you know, saying that the law isn't done away with. Or if we keep these laws, you know what I mean, the Most High will be on our side. Let's go to Book of Numbers chapter 23.
So like you said, when you call it?
The Book of Numbers chapter 23. This, you know, the scriptures just, you know, I'm just going to pull some scriptures that show that we should be keeping the law. I know, you know, you brothers and sisters that have been in here, you already know. But here's the thing, like, it's, if you don't be in class every day as much as possible, or you don't hear this over and over again, you'll lose it. It'll get away from you. It'll become easy for you to, if you're not around brothers and sisters that are like-minded like you, it'll become easy for you to say, you know what? Nobody's gonna see me smoke this weed. It's just this, you know, one time right now I'm feeling kind of down, you know what I mean? Like I'm just gonna go ahead and hit it. Nobody will never know. Just, but if you're around brothers all the time, like they keep your spirit strong. They'll keep you, you know what I mean? Like just being around you, like, man, doing that shit, you know what I mean? Like this is real shit right here, you know what I mean? Like, go ahead.
Would iron sharpening iron apply?
Iron sharpened iron. If you got the scripture, we'll pull it and read it, but I'm thinking that sounds like that might be a good one to precept that, you know what I mean? Like being around brothers and sisters will keep you strong. Let's go to the book of Numbers first, chapter 23, and verse verse 21. No, that's not it. Wait, wrong place. Yeah, go ahead and read verse 8.
Verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sir. Book of Numbers, chapter 23, verse 8.
Let's start at 7.
7. Verse 7. And he took up his parable and said, Balak, the king of Moab, had brought me from Aram out of the mountains of the east, saying, Come, curse me, Jacob, and come, defy Israel. How shall I curse whom God have not cursed? Or how shall I defy whom the Lord have not defied?
Right. So that verse 8 right there, like the Lord is doing this to us. Like a lot of, you know what I mean, like brothers in the world, they think, well, you know, if I just be a better worker or a better American, you know what I mean, this, that, and the third, you know, like I won't get shot and killed in the street, you know what I'm saying? It won't be me, but it will be you, because it's not our oppressor that's really doing it. It's the Lord. You know what I mean? It says, how shall I curse whom God hath not cursed? Like if we read in Deuteronomy 28 that we were cursed. Okay? So it's God used our oppressor to punish us. Like he's cursed, we're cursed. So he's punishing us right now. And it's all because we're not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Like we can't, there's nothing, you can't go to your oppressor and tell him, ask him, you know, to stop shooting me down the streets. We've been doing that from slavery. You know what I mean? Like they've been shooting us down, killing us, hanging us, burning us, all that ever since we came over here on ships, slave cargo ships. You know what I mean? So I don't see how we think by begging this man or this animal, this beast, this Tradagonite, stop killing us, how we think that's gonna, you know, change anything. It's not. It's never done. But we need to try something different, and that's coming back to these law, statutes, and commandments. Okay, that's why we face the east every Saturday in Sabbath service. Okay, we face Jerusalem to ask the Lord to be back on our side again and take these curses away from us. Okay? You found the scripture, sis? Okay, what you got?
It's Proverbs chapter 27, verse 17.
Proverbs 27. This is, we're trying to see, we're going to read this and see if this makes sense on, you know, us being around each other more, keeping us stronger, like building, we got to build each other up in these laws. It's not easy, you know what I mean? Like you can, especially, you know what I mean? Like I know for myself, you know, I didn't like hang around a lot of people. I didn't talk to a lot of people. I didn't socialize. So when I first saw the brothers on the corner, it was a bunch of them. And I was like, shit. You know, I was like, you know, wow. I don't really, you know, I don't roll with a bunch of, you know, niggas like that. You know what I mean? Like, But what I heard them saying, I was like, I couldn't get pass it. You know what I mean? Like, so I found, you know what I mean? I looked up the floor of the school, found the brother that was in charge of it. And I was like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. Because he looked like somebody that I had, let's say, mortal beef with. Like there was guns involved, you know what I mean? He looked exactly like him, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. The Lord brought me this far for me, you know what I mean? So I said, you know what? And I kept watching videos, and I said, well, if what they're saying is true, we're gonna have to squash this junk. And I called him. It wasn't him though. I was like, wow. It made it a little easier. I was like, but you know what I mean? Like, I came in, and like, first camp I went to, and it was like a whole bunch of brothers, you know what I mean? Like, dapping me up and saluting me, and I'm like, what the, you know what I mean? Like, loving me, like being kind, and like, I'm like, this is, you know what I mean? Like, this is amazing. Like, when you come into it, it's like, there's nothing like this. There's nothing like this on the planet. Sometimes it get a little rough though, you know what I mean? Like, 'cause we still all, you know, just niggas, you know what I'm saying? So somebody might say something, you be like, why is he talking to me like that? But you go and you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you're gonna have to go and talk to him yourself, you know what I mean? Like, I was just bringing out a few scriptures on the law, sir. No questions or anything, so.
What's on Christ, man? Shalom, Israel. SKYPE for my tardiness. I be sometimes, man, trying to get things together. It's big to do tomorrow, so yeah. If anybody got any questions, let's get it in. Law, definitely want to go into some quantum, but yeah, what you got?
I was hoping you could pick up where you left off. When you mentioned brotherhood being like a good thing, I asked what this scripture applies. Proverbs 27.
Mike saying word.
Oh, so
I was wondering if you could pick up where Officer the shot left off. You mentioned brotherhood being a thing, and I wanted to know if the scripture in Proverbs chapter 27, verse 17 applies.
Okay. Somebody got that? You can go ahead and read it. Uncle Shop.
Read it. Proverbs chapter 27, verse 17. I sharpen iron, so a man sharpen the countenance of his friend.
And you wanted to know if this is brotherhood?
Yes, like would that apply?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's how you sharpen a knife with more iron, with some other iron. That's what you. So just like the same way, in the same breath, a brother, what is it? How does it say? Lift the countenance. What is it?
So a man sharpen the countenance of his friend.
Sharpen at the countenance.
Count.
All right, there you go, man. You understand? Countenance being like your how you, I don't want to say feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like how a brother feels, man. Sometimes you could be down, another brother or another sister is what's going to help you, you know, feel better. You know, everybody knows that. So, yeah, this is definitely a brotherhood scripture. We need one another in everything. Yeah, I mean, shoot, I can't thank y'all brothers and sisters enough, man. You know, brothers and sisters, you know, here and everywhere else, man. I got brothers running ragged, trying to get things together, man. It's always like that, man. Like, you know, you make my life a lot easier. The next brother, the next sister helps you, it makes yours easier, man. So, definitely a good scripture. We was doing brotherhood.
No, sir, I was just, you know, one of the things I brought out was the law is brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Don't worry about it. Yeah, so yeah, the law is brotherhood. Piggybacking off what Officer I.S.U.P.K was talking about, it definitely is. And, that's all. Every law is hinged on, like I say all the time. You know, everything in the law has to do with how we deal with one another, you know, how we treat each other. You know what I'm saying? You always want to make sure to, you know, be what be what you see other people just naturally do. They're not the greatest at it, but they do it, you know, a whole lot better than we do it in the hood, man. You understand? And you know, you do it with any other nation. You know, we treat everyone else wonderfully. We treat everyone else with kindness and sympathy and everything else. Meanwhile, our people can never get any sympathy. You know what I'm saying? So you always want to have that. You always want to make sure to, you know, improve on it, you know, because it's going to be the strength of our nation. Also, too, while I got y'all, man, and before I forget, everyone that's coming down, hopefully most of y'all can make it down tomorrow. It's going, you know, it's going down in the building here at the headquarters in Florida. 12 Shield General Muhammad is going to be here teaching class. We're also going to be doing Cross the Line from here. It'll be done in New York, but we're going to be, you know, holding it, you know, here in the class as well. So, yeah, I'm saying everyone that can come down, make sure you're on time. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you be in the building, pack the house, man. It's gonna be a good time, man. We'll have some little refreshments or what have you. So y'all come on down. And of course, the cookout Saturday. We going to the farm tomorrow?
shit, it's like sure. Come.
So we gonna hit the farm up tomorrow, man. Get some lamb for jerking. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully I can tone it down a little bit this time, man. Everybody complained about my jerk lamb was too hot last time, man. But I'm jerking the hell out of that, man.
I do the same thing. That joint was wonderful.
Yeah, man. Yeah, some people can't take the heat, man. So, anyway, we'll be going and getting the lamb tomorrow. So we're gonna try and do it up pretty big, man. Of course, the cookout is gonna be at the beach. I'm gonna need all hands on deck, man, on these grills. Friday day, Friday night, into the wee hours of the morning. We'll be also going up Friday. I don't think we're going to be able to have camp. It doesn't look like it. Commander GEN.YAHANNA wants to shoot the video for the Passover. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to be doing that, and that's not going to be here. So hopefully we'll be able to get back in time. But if not, you know what I'm saying, we'll be back later on that night to get everything in. So, you know, everybody who's got any time, got any skills, I'm going to need you. So I want to get all that out the way before it gets too late, before I forget. Goddamn right, if it ain't hot, it ain't jerk. Goddamn it. That's right. All right, so I definitely, you know, wanted to go into some Kwanzaa. I don't know, I heard about Kwanzaa, you know, it was like a couple of days ago. And I know it was some scriptures that I wanted to bring. Maybe I'll do that. I'll do that next week. We got plenty of time before Christmas and Kwanzaa. But you know what I'm saying? These laws are not, you know what I'm saying, not for me following these other traditions. Our laws are set apart. That really just stay on the point that the laws of the Most High that. Checks had me sitting in the CVS for an hour and a half. Remember time I called you like 6:40? I had been in there for like 20 minutes till the end. I literally left from there and came straight here. Good. The law is perfect. Who got it, man?
I got it, sir. It's in the book of Psalms, sir, chapter 19, verse 7.
Go ahead.
The law of God, it's like the law of the Lord is perfect, converting. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple.
Right, man. That's exactly what happened to me, man, coming into the truth, man. The law of the Most High made a simple man wise. You know what I mean? And it's crazy, you know. I ain't took no my own horn on that, man. But it's crazy that I'm not the same fool that I was before I came in here. When I was, man, in the world, y'all would, I don't know. Depends on what you was into, but you would probably hate me, man. If I was in the world, man. You know what I'm saying? I know some of y'all still do. It don't matter. But at the end of the day, this law is what makes us, you know, wise men and wise women. You understand? Because it's read from the top again. Yeah, Psalms what, 37?
The book of Psalms, chapter 19, sir.
No.
Verse 7.
Okay.
Psalms chapter 19 and verse 7. The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure.
I don't know what the Christian church be talking about, man. Like, you know, they're converts, man. But without the law, man, if the law is done away with, what are you? They are converted into, you know, deviants. You know what I'm saying? Like they're converted into, you know, effeminate punks. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole concept is not making you any better. You know what I'm saying? Whereas you come into the truth, you find out Leviticus 23, these are the high holy days of the Most High. You find out how to treat your brother, man, how to treat your husband, how to treat your wife, how to deal with your children. You know what I'm saying? What you should eat, what you shouldn't eat. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what's changing you, man, and for the better. You know what I'm saying? It converts the souls and what?
Converts the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple.
Man, listen, if you speak the words of the Most High, the testimony of the Most High is sure, meaning you can stand on it, meaning you can bet your life on it. You can bet whatever you want to on it because the testimonies of the Most High, the words of the Most High are for sure. You know what I'm saying? The prophecies of the Most High, they are for sure. You can speak it. We do it to the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like we to the top of our lungs on the streets. That's what we're doing, man. Is speaking the testimonies of the Most High. Why? Because we know that they are for sure going to come to pass. All right. So the testimonies of the Most High are sure. And what else?
God. The statutes of the Lord are right, rejoicing the heart. The commandment of the Lord is pure.
Right, man. Listen, the statutes, man, they are right, man. Rejoicing the heart. All right. Like so, like you learning, you know that you know how you're supposed to deal with a brother if you have an art with him, or how you deal with a sister if you got an art with him, or like it rejoices the heart, man. It rejoices my heart not to have to celebrate Christmas anymore. I am not going to hold you, not one. You might miss for a little while when you come into the truth. You know, when I first came into the truth, I missed pork. I did. I am not gonna lie. I mean, it's like everything you tried to eat, you was trying to find a substitute for that pork. You know what I mean? But once you start realizing, man, you start seeing, man, like I've been in the truth for a little minute, and I've seen, family members, pass away, man, get all type of, congestive heart failures and all these different things, like it's a beautiful thing that we came in and converted ourselves, man, converted our souls, man, and made, stood on these laws that the Most High gave us, man, for our benefit, so, like it's a beautiful thing. They are for sure right and perfect. All right. Keep going.
Yes, sir. The commandments of the Lord is pure and enlightening the eyes. The fear of the Lord is clean.
Wait, read that last part one more time.
The commandments of the Lord is pure, enlightening the eyes.
Right, man. The commandments of the Most High is pure, enlightening the eyes. What's that mean?
It's like, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Like it means that now you can see, you know, how you're supposed to treat your brother. You can see that basically that these laws are, you know, good, if I may.
Right. Like you can see how to treat your brother, man. You can see how to treat your damn self, man. Stop killing yourself, man.
Right.
Stop getting high, damn it. You know what I'm saying? Like you can see how to, you know, how to eat and how, you know, what to celebrate, man. You learn not to be out there the 4th of July and, you know, Christmas and Thanksgiving. You learn that, you know, like it's a beautiful thing, man. It's pure and right, man. It's enlightening to the eyes, man. It's what, like, again, it's another way of like saying, you know, becoming wise, right? Like you become more wise. It's enlightenment. Keep going.
The fear of the Lord is clean, enduring forever.
Is what?
The fear of the Lord is clean, enduring forever. The judgments of the Lord are true and righteous altogether.
Listen, man, the law is perfect, man. The judgments of the Most High are true and righteous, man. We deserve slavery. We deserve worse. We deserve death. You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely merciful and righteous how the Lord is dealing with us, man. And like I say it all the time, man. You better take advantage. You know what I'm saying? You in the truth. You better take full out advantage of this second chance that the Most High gave us to get it right, man. To take hold of these laws, man. To be perfect, to live righteously. You know what I'm saying? To be enlightened and to be wise. It's something that my father didn't have the opportunity to do, and I wish he did. You know what I'm saying? You know, he passed before, you know, he could get it. You know, so at the end of the day, man, these laws is what, you know, is what makes us it's what's going to make us a great nation, man. It's what's going to make us a great family, man. It's what's going to keep fathers in the house and children from, you know, whatever else, man. And, you know, like, we'd had these laws, man, all this time, man. We wouldn't know a divorce rate. We wouldn't know an abortion rate. We wouldn't know a prison rate. We wouldn't know any of this, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the enlightenment and the surety in our life. So, you can drop. I'm pretty sure you can drop that.
Okay.
1 second. Let me send this real quick. Oh snap! Okay, go ahead.
Can you take this verse here back to Adam and Eve?
What about it?
Like, you know, the fact that when the serpent and the whole, you know, downfall of when the serpent went and talked Eve, which caused Adam.
Read what you're talking about, and use the mic next to it.
Oh, I don't have the verse.
Well, I was just reading.
The one, I'm talking about the one he was reading that you said, can it go with?
Oh, okay. Oh, the one you was just reading.
That's what you talking about?
I was parenting. I was asking if I paired with Adam and Eve in the garden, but where you was at SHALAM.
Oh, okay. I think I get what you. But read it anyway. I think I understand what you're saying. I think.
Seven. Okay. Psalm 19, verse 7. The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul.
Is that the verse you want? That's at the beginning. Is that what you want? What you were referring to, or just the whole thing?
No, I was referring to, like, you know how you got to the fear of the Lord is clean. I was on 9. I was on verse 9.
Go ahead, read that.
The fear of the Lord is clean, enduring forever. The judgment of the Lord are true and righteous altogether.
I mean, you could apply it to everybody. I mean, I don't know why just Adam and Eve. Maybe that's what I need to get, because yeah, that applies to me. Like when I hear that verse, I just think me. Why Adam and Eve specifically?
You know how I say, enlightening the eyes. You know what I'm saying? You're able to see by keeping the commandment, right? So that help you see. But you know, Adam and Eve, you know, they failed. They failed in the garden, which chased them out. So I'm like, I mean, they had a commandment. It may not have been like the way we had, like, you know what I mean?
It's the same. Okay, no, okay. Don't think. Okay, they had the laws in the garden, right? And they decided to break the laws. Same way that we did. We had the laws. You know what I'm saying? Maybe when we were born, we didn't know anything about the laws or what have you. But Adam and Eve had the laws. They decided to break them. So because of it, the Lord put them in certain, like, you know what I'm saying? You had to, you know, you were going to live by the sweat of your brow. You know what I'm saying? The woman was going to travail in bringing forth children and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like it became a curse, a punishment on them for not breaking the law, which is the same with everybody, right? So in the garden, they just broke the law. But this scripture is talking about us having the law and what makes, you know what I'm saying, us being able to see. Like they knew the law. You know what I'm saying? They knew that's what Satan was telling Eve. Like, yo, the day that you eat from this tree, you'll be like the gods and know good and evil. You know what I'm saying? That's not what this enlightening is. This is a different type of enlightenment. You know what I'm saying? Like, now that was now you're gonna find out hell. You know what I'm saying? That's what she got to find out. She got to find out what it was like to be a diva, to be a independent woman. She found out that day. You know what I'm saying? Like our mothers had. You know what I'm saying? Like our sisters did, like our aunties did. They found out what it was like to be an independent woman. It sounds good on paper, don't it? Sounds good when somebody tell you, girl, you shouldn't listen to him. Until you with a man, you know what I'm saying? And now she shutting up and listening. And this before the truth. I remember that, you know what I'm saying? I remember like, girl, why you listen to him? Cause man, I don't know. I don't want to be by myself. I guess I don't know. You know what I'm saying? She would just stay with the dude, and he wasn't even in the truth. You know what I'm saying? So it was like that was their enlightenment, or I don't call that enlightenment. That was their eyes being open. It was, you know, the servant tried to explain to her like that's different than this enlightenment. This enlightening of the eyes is us realizing that, you know what, I was stupid to listen to my own girl. I was stupid to listen to my own nigga's an idiot. The hell is he talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like that's what coming into the truth does. Coming into the truth is like, man, pork is really not the other white meat. You know what I'm saying? So that's our enlightenment, finding out that the law is better than everything else everybody else is talking about. You know what I'm saying? So, no sign correct. All right. I'm still looking for my precepts, man. My law precepts. Yeah, that was the class of the day, man. In the meantime, yeah, I think this is it. Yeah, you know, you put that with this one with you put that with Deuteronomy 4:6. You can put it with Psalms 119. Those are all in your notes. Yes, you know what I'm saying? These are good precepts about like how the law is wisdom. You know what I'm saying? How it's perfect, like how it's enlightening, all of that. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, give me the 119 real quick since we already in Psalms. Oh God. Now, if you already broke down these scriptures, let me know.
No, I didn't have it.
Just let me know. Yeah, just let me know. I don't know.
Book of Psalms, chapter 119 and verse 1. Blessed are the undefiled in the way, who walk in the law of the Lord.
That's a beautiful thing, man. Like, blessed are the undefiled in the way, man. Meaning, like, in this walk that we call life, in this whole little journey that you taking in this way, and you will be blessed if you're not going against the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Blessed are the undefiled in this walk. Keep going.
Verse 2. Blessed are they that keep his testimonies and that seek him with the whole heart.
All right, for all the Christians, what does that mean, man? Blessed are they that keep his testimonies. That's in this class. Go ahead, Drew.
The testimony would be the commandment.
Yeah, partly. What anything else?
You know,
Has been in this class. I just told y'all what testimonies. I don't remember. I gotta take better notes. Man. What's testimony? Just this? What?
I'm sorry, I'm trying to think of a word.
I gave you the word. I gave you the word. Anybody else remember? What's testimonies, man? What's the testimonies of the Most High? The Lord get up in the middle of the church with a microphone and tell his goodness. You know, that's what a testimony is. Giving honor to God, who's first in my life. I like to just say this week, somebody blessed me with a turkey, and Jesus is gonna give me that house that I want. That's a testimony in a Christian church. You feel me? What's the testimony of the Most High?
Christ.
He tried to slide one in there. Like, it's the easy one. It should cover everything. Okay, testimonies of the Most High. You just read it in the other scripture. When you was reading it, it said that his testimonies are sure.
All right, go
What are the testimonies?
Sorry,
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say evidence.
See, that's why. What did you just tell her? No, what did you just tell her?
Grab the mic.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting on.
I was just gonna say evidence as far as testimony.
Evidence. That's a paralegal term.
I was trying to avoid using those type of terms.
No, okay. So testimony is the words of the Most High. The testimonies of the Most High are basically like his prophecies, his word, what he said. The testimonies being sure, like I was explaining, was like if the Lord says that Babylon is going to fall, you can bet your baby's life on it. You can put it in the stone. That's what's going to happen. You can say it until Yahweh returns. You just keep saying it. Like the brothers that left the I.S.U.P.K, that's what they had a problem with. You know what I'm saying? Like they knew that Yahweh was coming back, but they thought he was coming back in 2000, right? And so here they out here saying it. And when Christ didn't return, they was out of here. They was gone. You know what I'm saying? Well, the testimonies of the Most High are sure. You know what I'm saying? They should have stuck in here like the men of GEN.YAHANNA did. You know what I'm saying? They should have still been here, still, teaching and, not going back to white women, whatever the hell it is they're doing. You know what I'm saying? The testimonies of the Most High is sure. So the testimonies being like the brother mentioned, like the laws, the commandments, truth. That's gonna stand too. That's sure. You know what I'm saying? And whatever he said, the words of the Most High are the testimonies of the Most High. But we think more like what he's going to do. And when you think of the testimonies of the Most High, think like the Lord standing up and saying, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm going to kill all the little white babies. You know what I'm saying? That are on the face of the earth. Know that it's going to happen. Know that if he says the day that you eat of this tree, you're surely going to die, that's a testimony of the Most High. That's going to happen. It didn't happen that like how they understood it. That's where the brothers that was in the U.P.K messed up. They thought it like, okay, well, it's today. It's 2000. It should be today. It's not happening. I don't see it. Same thing with Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve was told the day that you eat of this tree, you will surely die. Well, that's what happened. They didn't see it. They didn't know that's what happened to them, but that's what happened. On that day, it happened. All right. So the testimonies of the Most High are sure. So the testimonies, when you read it in the other scripture, read the other one more time.
Psalms chapter 119, verse 2. Blessed are they that keep his testimonies and that seek him with the whole heart.
Now put it all together. Word of testimony. Blessed are they that keep his testimonies. Put it all together. Oh, now, what was the first part of it?
The commandment.
That's the first part. What's the second part? It's all the same, but it's like the second part. Go ahead, True. What you got?
So like it's whatever the Most High say.
Right. It's the prophecies, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the Lord is saying, right. That's the testimonies of the Most High. Blessed are they that keep his testimonies, man, that remember them, that continue to do them, you understand? Like, that continue to teach them, you know what I'm saying? Like, we are keeping it. In the I.S.U.P.K, we are keeping the testimonies of the Most High. We go out every day, we teach in classes, we go out on the street, and we are keeping the testimonies of the Most High, man. We are not changing it. We're not switching it up for some gay doctrine of, molesting children, or, a man can only have one wife, or, you know what I'm saying? We ain't giving it up. It's the same thing. It's the same thing as always been. That's what we're gonna do. You're gonna hate us for it. You're gonna want to go and molest some children, but you can't. Not me. You're gonna want to rock your dreads. You're gonna want to. You're not doing it in here. We're gonna keep everything like how it was. You know what I'm saying? So let's wait. One more time, so like.
Yes, sir.
I forgot that.
Blessed are they that keep his testimonies and that seek him with the whole heart.
And that seek him with the whole heart, right? What does that mean? Break it on down one time. And that seek him with the whole heart.
And they that seek him with the whole heart is like in your mind, you are fully convinced that the Most High testimonies are true.
You're missing the seek part.
Like, okay, come. And that seek him with the whole heart is like they do. The seeking is doing it.
Statement. Testimony. I see you. Come on. See you on there. Oh, who's that? Officer Mother's yeah. Statement. That's a good way to put it. I like that. That wordage. Spoken statement. You know what I'm saying? That's a testimony. He must have looked that up. That's great. I am not trying to short you either, brother Salaki, but that is damn near perfect. I couldn't have said that no better, man. A spoken statement. That's perfect, man. Like, perfect. You know what I'm saying? That's the most I said. Anyway, seek him with their whole heart. Okay, so here's the part with the seek, right? The seek is more like what it said, like to seek. Like, you come into the I.S.U.P.K, you come into the truth. What are you doing? When you first, just think back when you first came into the school, before you first decided to come to class, what were you doing?
You were looking for the truth.
You're looking. Right. I'm looking for the truth. Now, how do you do that? Now, you could say that. That's a good statement. Now, what the hell does that mean? Yeah, if you told that to your mom and she was like, what the hell are you talking about? Looking for the truth. I'll tell you the truth.
Looking how to serve the Most High, how to serve the Most High the way He wanted us to be too.
That's seeking the Most High. Like, and I have to really want to do it with my whole heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not something like I'm half-minded about this. Like, I want to go to class. I do want to get high. I can't do both. You know what I'm saying? You have to do it with your whole mind. You know what I'm saying? Heart is Bible. You know what I'm saying? So if you seek the Most High with your whole heart, you know what I'm saying? That's somebody who, is truly a servant, or truly can be a servant of the Most High. Like, you seeking to find out what I need to do. what can, you know what I'm saying? That's why we have scripture breakdown class in the UPK. That it gives you the opportunity to seek the Most High. Are you looking? Are you studying? Do you really want to know? You know everything about the Most High? You good? Oh, that's cool. You're good. Whole heart is something different. Whole heart, you got to question it all the damn time. Nigga, it took me 3 years to become a trooper. Because nigga, I am asking 1,000,001 questions and I didn't agree with everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, check this out though. What about this here? Nigga, is you high right now? Lie, sir, I'm not high. 2 hours enough. But right now, I'm dead serious. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it was. Like, I wanted to know. It didn't mean that I was, I got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you always want to know. There's something I don't know. I'm going to go find something that I don't know. I'm going to go look for something. You know what I'm saying? Like, my thing was, I remember the first time General Haas, it was either General Haas or Captain Shapar told me, oh, so you know the whole Bible then, huh? I'm like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Then you're not studying that. You know what I'm saying? So I made sure like 2-3 times a week, I went in that Bible and you got to take some time for it. You read, and sometimes I would just open the Bible to start reading. Sometimes I would go looking for something that I did not understand. 2-3 times a week, because we had this on the phone. This is the phone class. They will hang up on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got no questions, no problem. You know what I'm saying? Not hang up on me, but you know what I'm saying? No problem. Come back when you got some questions out. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing for you today. You know what I'm saying? And it made me, it made me study. It made me seek the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to hear what these brothers was talking about. I wanted to know everything. I wanted to do what they were doing. I wanted to teach. I wanted to be able to, you know what I'm saying, help brothers and sisters. So, you know what I'm saying? You seek the Most High with your whole heart, and you blessed, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you got a kingdom waiting on you. You know? So, go ahead, continue from there.
Psalm chapter 119, verse 3. They also do no iniquity. They walk in his ways. Thou hast committed us to keep thy precepts diligently. Oh, that my ways were Oh, that my ways were directed to keep thy statutes.
Damn right. Look, where are you at right now?
I just read verse 5, sir.
Oh, that's why. I'm like, this is not sounding like. Can I jump you up just a little bit?
Sure.
Just a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Jump down 100 verses, please.
Okay.
199, not 100. Jump down 99 verses. It's all the same thing, but get you to my point real quick. Verse 104.
The other way. Chapter 104, sir?
No, verse 104. Yeah, you didn't know there was a chapter with that many verses, huh?
Yeah, no.
104. Yeah. I think this sucker got like 150 something chapters. Verses.
Oh, okay. No, come on. Let's shoot for 104. That's book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 104. Through my precepts, through thy precepts, I get understanding. Therefore, I hate every false way.
Read it one more time.
Psalm chapter 119, verse 104. Through thy precepts, I get understanding.
This is why I was saying you could precept this with the other one. Through that precepts, I get understanding of the wisdom and all of that, the enlightening of the eyes. These are all wisdom scriptures, right? So through thy precepts, I get understanding. This is where we get, our wisdom and our understanding from, man. These precepts, the law, statutes, and commandments They are everything to us, man. They're the way that we preserve a nation. They're the way that we raise children. They are the way that we keep, a household, you know what I'm saying, and a marriage together. All right. Through that precepts, I get understanding.
Verse 105, thy word is a lamp unto my feet.
That's the enlightenment of the eyes, man. You understand? Like the word is a lamp unto my feet. You know what I'm saying? Now I know which way I should be going. I know where, you know what I'm saying? You know what? No, I shouldn't do that. You know what I mean? I know you want to do that, baby. We ain't going there. You know what I'm saying? Should I, you know what I'm saying? I told y'all the other week, my rib asked me, can she go to some enchanted forest? I'm like, are you crazy? Because I got a lamp unto my feet. Like, I'm like, nah, that is not the way to go because of these precepts, because of these laws, statutes, and commandments. We don't have that dilemma anymore. You understand? Anymore?
Go. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. I have sworn.
Let me ask you this real quick. What's the path?
Slack, sir. The path would be walking in the way of the Most High.
Yeah, this one too now. What's the path? What's the way? I said it was the way before. That's what it said in the other scripture. Well, I tell you, y'all remember? Told you, I know it's got a boy.
I'm gonna take a guess about it.
Nah, for what? I already gave it to you. Why you take a guess? Go ahead and guess. Huh?
Okay.
What's the path?
The path will be how you live your life the righteous way according to the way of the Most High.
I thought you had it. You really sounded like you had it at first. I think your elaboration gave me more light onto this. Yeah, I mean, no, you were right on it though. But it's not the way you're supposed to live your life. The light unto my path is like, think of like the way. What was the way? You remember what I said about the way? Like, what is the way? In the way. Keep the laws in the way. Or whatever. I forget how I say it. What does it say? I forget what I said. People in the world, they say in this walk.
Right.
What is the walk?
Slack, so you said this life that you live, this walk you do on this earth.
Right.
Like that.
Yeah, it's life. It's life.
The way is life.
Yeah, it's like what your life is. It's like that's how I remember it. You know what I'm saying? It's like how I walk throughout life, what path I take. It's life throughout this journey that you're taking. You know what I'm saying? How do you know where you should go? How do you know what you should do or what you shouldn't do? Right? There's a path or a way to go. You know what I'm saying? In life. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what it is. Like, so read one more time from the verse you were just at. If you don't mind.
Psalm 119 verse 106. Verse 5. The word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. I have sworn, and I will perform it. I will keep thy righteous judgments.
Right. So thy word is a lamp unto my feet, right? So that I know which way to go, and a light unto my path. So I know, you know what I mean? So I know where to go in this life and what?
I have sworn, and I will perform it.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so I will do it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna keep these laws. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be how I live my life. It's gonna be how I walk this walk or go this way. You know what I'm saying? It's with the law, statutes, and commandments for that life. You know what I'm saying? If you try to walk without the law, statutes, and commandments, you're like walking in the dark. That's right. You know what I'm saying? You're traveling with no headlights. Then you can't see where you're going. All right. Okay. And then the other one, I'll get with that. What time? Okay. What time did you start out? I can see the counter right here. 2:18. Good. This is the last one. Give me. No, I got two more. True. Give me Ecclesiasticus and the Apocrypha. Oh, is that too long? You want to stay? Matter of fact, you just stay. You give me the Ecclesiasticus. You give me Judges. Judges 2 and 20. And you give me matter of fact, about 2 and 15, Trooper. And then Ecclesiasticus 2 and 5. I'm gonna end it with that. Got anything for you. Get by. Brother said, is looking for the truth the same as like study to show thyself approved? Okay. Is looking for the truth the same as okay, well, what I was saying about the study, I can't say that's the same. Okay, looking for the truth is seeking the Most High, right? Like looking for the truth is like you're seeking. So yeah, it's okay. The study part is how you seek, because you're not going to find the Most High behind a tree, right? You know what I mean? So to seek the Most High is to go search out what He said. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to find out. You know what I'm saying? So definitely studying is you seeking the Most High. You going to look to find out how to please the Most High. Like even if you couldn't read, you could go and ask the men of the Lord, and record it on a recorder. You can't even write, can't read, can't write, just record it, and you go back and you study it over and over again. You learn it. You understand? Like you commit it to memory, which is what we do with the high holy days every year. You know what I'm saying? Even kids don't even know how to. They ain't got to know how to read. They got to come in and say that you're just gonna hit them with it every year. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have law class every week. We're gonna have the brotherhood class every damn week. You know what I'm saying? So that you can commit it to memory. You know what I'm saying? Whether that's by repetition of writing it or repetition of hearing it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's seeking the Most High. You come every week. You obviously are looking looking to please the Lord. You understand? You looking to, that's that. Right. So I can agree. Study to show thyself approved. I can agree with that. I definitely agree with that. You said that every Sunday call. Oh, when we had the class, man, I almost forgot about the Sunday call. I was like, what is the Sunday call?
Class we said.
I don't know what I said every Sunday call, but yeah, I say a lot of shit a lot of times, over and over again. Beat it in your head. All right, you got it up? Whoever got it, go ahead, take off.
Concept. Judges chapter 2, verse 15. Whithersoever they went out, the hand of the Lord was against them for evil.
Good night, man. It's talking about Israel, man. Whithersoever we went, which is you seeing it now. Again, this happened to us multiple times over the course of history. But let me get this right quick. Go up to 13. Man. Go up to 11.
Concept. Judges chapter 2, verse 11. And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord.
Right.
And served Balaam. And they forsook the Lord God of their fathers, which brought them out of the land of Egypt.
Right. This is exactly what Adam and Eve did. Adam forsook the Most High. And then we did it again. God did it again. The Lord punished them, put us in it, but we kept doing it over and over again. Our fathers taught us something different. Our fathers taught us, you know what I'm saying, to keep the high holy days, to, what to eat, what not to eat. And we was like, man, forget that. You know what I'm saying? Like this is 2021. Damn near 2022. It's 2022, my nigga. Things have changed. You understand? Don't marry no white women. Please, love is love, man. Don't be no faggot. You know what I'm saying? Love is love. You know what I'm saying? So they forsook the laws of their forefathers and did whatever the hell whoever was on the scene that they poo butt behinds wanted to follow. You understand? Like they just went and just followed behind them. You know what I mean? So they forsook they forsook Yahweh, the power of their fathers, which brought them out of the land of Egypt, and followed other gods. Pick up from there.
Count God of the gods of people of the gods of the people that were round about them.
Right, they followed the gods of the people that were round about them. You understand? Which is exactly what we're doing right now. Whoever, whenever, sound feel good to me, that's my God. It could be Santa Claus, it could be the Easter Bunny, it could be, you know, Beyonce or Kim Kardashian. You feel like you get your power and inspiration and teachings from Oprah Winfrey. That's another good one. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You worship the gods and everybody else put them on the pedestal. That's where you look at them from. You understand? Keep going.
And bow themselves unto them. Anger.
Bow themselves unto them. Now, can anybody give me the spirit behind bowing themselves unto them? Come on with it. I love it. Let's get it.
I mean, you basically submit yourself to serving.
That's for sure right. That's for sure right. But I want the spirit behind bowing yourself to them. Like I understand that does show that you are submitting yourself. That's what I say. That's for sure correct.
I got one.
But how?
Celebrate 4th of July.
That is a way to bow yourself unto them.
Oh.
I don't think y'all understand that when I'm saying the spirit of bowing, I am
okay.
Specifically talking about bowing.
I keep thinking of like things that we do to like prove that we love them, like Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but it's way simpler.
Okay.
It's way simpler than that. That is why it's just like the vibe. You could just get like the simplicity of it. Like,
So like
what are you doing?
Like the spirit of Christmas.
Y'all give me all the correct examples. It is. Okay, so let me use your examples then. Like celebrating Thanksgiving, celebrating Christmas, right? What are you I don't want to give it to you. Let me see. Okay, that's a little closer, I.S.U.P.K. That's damn. No, I seen the second one first. The first one you said is better, but I'm gonna use that. I think that's as close as it gets. Well, I.S.U.P.K, Trooper I.S.U.P.K is like right on it. Okay, he says like lowering themselves. I don't know if he's saying what I'm saying, how I would say, but it sounds damn close. What am I saying?
Like you don't buy this, basically.
Okay, but I wouldn't say it like that.
Right. Kind of.
What is bowing? What does bowing do? What is it? What is the point? What is the point of bowing down to the master or to the king? What is the point?
Let them know, or that person know that you're less than them.
That's basically what he's saying, but I'm way even simpler than that. Okay. It's so crazy. It's so crazy.
Is that like a posturing or a position type thing?
Okay, yeah, I remember using the mic.
Is that like posturing or like a position type thing?
Posturing position. You use a big
in regards
word.
to bowing. Like,
what is posturing a position in there? What is that like? I'm not sure if I know.
like when you said like bowing down to a king, it's like,
Let me help y'all out. What if, who's that king, man? There's like one king. I remember, okay. I got kids. Y'all ever seen Shrek?
No.
Okay. You know the king on Shrek that one married Fiona?
Yeah, the little guy.
The little guy.
Yeah.
Now what's the point about? Damn, I thought that was it. I thought that one. I thought y'all had it after that one. No? The brother said lower it, so I use that. That'd be the closest. Like it makes you small. Yeah, it makes you smaller than him in physical. Like of course he's over you. He's bigger than you. You up here like this. You know what I'm saying? Like a big old. Just think about one of his big generals, big soldier. Color one come. You know what I'm saying? When I come to your town, you know what I'm saying? You westward bound. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta bow down so that you're smaller than him. Like everything y'all said, the sister said posturing. I had to think about that one position. And yes, I make myself smaller than you. I put myself under you physically. It's not enough for me, you know what I mean, just to be like, you know, kind of the one con. Now I gotta do it like physically to bow down. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're gonna bow, who makes you do that? Well, how many has a president ever made you bow? But you're under him. You know what I'm saying? Like you're under him. Like I remember the one Nebuchadnezzar made them bow down to that statue. Bruh, for what? I'm making my, you know what I'm saying? I'm lowering myself, like everything y'all said, showing submission, but it's just like, who do you submit to? Somebody who's more powerful than me. You know what I mean? Somebody who I don't even want to fight. I don't even want to do this. What is it for? What am I doing this for? Otherwise, I'd risk death and just fight. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? Which is what we normally do anyway. But sometimes, when he be around, I be quiet.
Standing up.
Sometimes you just gotta know when to fold them. You know what I'm saying? So you read that scripture one more time about the Bible.
Count on count. You wanna go back to 12, sir?
Oh yeah, well,
12.
everything true is cool.
Count on count, sir. Go back to 12. Verse 12. And forsook the Lord God of the fathers, which brought them out of the land of Egypt, and followed other gods, of the gods of people that were round about them, and bowed themselves unto them, and provoked the Lord to anger.
And bowed themselves unto them and provoked the Lord to anger. Now, do you think if they didn't physically bow down, that the Lord would still be angry?
Count on count.
Of course he would. This is the same thing. It's the same thing as submitting themselves, just like y'all said. But I was like, you know, the real simple spirit behind it is like, man, I'm under you. Whatever you want to do, Christmas, that's fine. Thanksgiving, you like Thanksgiving? I love Thanksgiving. You can give me some cranberry sauce. You understand? Like, nigga, we used to eat chitlins just because it was the thing to do. You don't even like chitlins.
Yeah.
But your slave master, that's all he gave you. That's what you liked it. You understand? It was the of bowing unto, you know, making yourself smaller because they wanted it that way, not because you were. You know what I'm saying? Not because you were supposed to. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? We piss the Lord off by bowing and making ourselves in submission under them and not unto the Most High. You know what I'm saying? That's what we are supposed to be under. That's what we're supposed to, you know, lower ourselves or posture ourselves, or, you know, that's what we're supposed to do it for, not for nobody else. You know what I'm saying? He didn't give us that.
Count on count. And they 13, and they forsook the Lord and served Baal and Ashtaroth. And the anger of the Lord was hot against Israel. and he delivered them into the hand of the spoilers.
All right, and delivered them into the hand of the spoilers. What verse you on?
14, towards the middle.
Okay.
And that the spoiler spoiled them, and he sold them into the hand of their enemies round about.
And this is what happened to us, the spoiler, man. The Lord put us into the hands of the people who would take our land and take our name and take our wives and take our children, take our fathers and murder them. You understand? And then turn around and make us work for them and make us slave and make us bow down to them. All right, go ahead.
So that they could not any longer stand before their enemy. 15. Whithersoever they went out, the hand of the Lord was against them for evil.
And wheresoever we went, which is the prophecy in Deuteronomy 28, and verse 48, I believe it was, maybe 38, somewhere around there. It said, like, wherever we went, the Lord put his hand against us for evil. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because we forsook the laws of our father. We forgot what our fathers taught us about the Most High and went and followed other gods, followed their laws, followed their traditions. You understand? Like, we started acting like how they act. You understand? Our women started acting like they women. We started acting all effeminate like them. And feminine sleep on the couch. We became them, and it pissed the Lord off. You understand? We submitted ourselves unto them until child molesting, homosexual. We became subservient and submissive unto them because we wanted what they wanted. We wanted to do what they wanted to do. We wanted to do Christmas, man. Like, Christmas wasn't even forced on us, man. You understand? Like, Thanksgiving wasn't forced on us. Nigga, we want to do it. There's no law in America existing that you have to keep Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. Nowhere. You want to do it. You do it every year. That's what we did then. We just wanted to follow them. We wanted to do what we wanted to have the fun that they looked like they was having. You understand? That was it. So, pissed the Lord off. We want to follow his laws. We want to do his, holidays. No problem. I'll put you in the hand of your enemies. You know what I mean? And they're going to do you dirty and ain't nobody going to be able to save you. Keep going.
Come on. As the Lord had said, and as the Lord had sworn unto them.
Mm-mm. As the Lord what?
And as the Lord had sworn unto them.
Mm-hmm. Which is like what? What is that?
If they would not.
What is the Lord? What the Lord has sworn? What's another word for that from this class?
Testimony.
That's it. You understand? That's it. As the Lord has sworn, and what the brother said, God, what he said, something statement. It was great. You know what I'm saying? But that's what this is. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Lord said that if you didn't keep his law, statutes, and commandments, that I'm going to send you amongst your enemies, and they are going to have their way with you. You should know that the testimonies of the Most High are sure, and that it is going to happen. It is for sure going to happen. You understand? That's what this is. This is one of the testimonies of the Most High that they are finding out right now. Keep going.
And they were greatly distressed. Nevertheless, the Lord raised up judges, which delivered them out of the hand of those that spoiled them.
And right, man. Y'all come in here, man. Put on that all black for a little while, man. You know what I mean? Show your diligence and your zeal to seek the Most High, and maybe you can be one of them judges, man, to be over the children of Israel and help them get the hell out of the reservation and the barrios, man. You know what I'm saying? Who was that watching that with me? About the what was that? Was that a GEN.YAHANNA's class or something? with the reservation. You know what I'm saying? GEN.YAHANNA class. Nah, that's that was Commander General.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, GEN.YAHANNA brought it up though. But man, like, you know, we never get to see reservations. We don't know what reservations are. I was like, damn, that's the hood. That is the hood. It was rough. Niggas just drunk laying on the porch. Telling you it was bad out there, man.
Just like our neighborhood.
They said it was like 14 people in the thing.
Yeah.
And they bought like 14 million
crazy.
cans of beer in a year. I was like, damn! Getting there every day. But, you know what I'm saying, we laugh and keep crying, man, because this is the same thing that we see in the hood, man. It's the same thing we walk outside of this school right now, and that's what's going down. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is the same thing. It is a rough thing, and the Lord put us in this position because of our disobedience, man. Like he swore he would if we didn't keep. You understand? Keep going.
And yet they will not hearken unto the judges.
Man, that's us. If you not the children of Israel, nigga, if niggas out here on this block, over in Jacksonville and in Tampa and in Daytona and whatever side of town in West Palm Beach and Miami and the you know the pork and beans and if that's not us. Read that last part like he put us in the hands of spoilers. Give me from that part. Cause it's crazy, man. This us.
Come on. Back to 17, sir? Or you will?
The hands of the spoilers and as he swore, that part.
Okay, come. And the anger of the Lord was hot against Israel.
That's hell. The anger of the Lord was hot against Israel. That's the hell that the white man tried to explain to you. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Lord's anger feels like. It feels like burning, searing heat forever that you never get out of. You just keep getting burned. It's hot. In ghetto, it's rough out here. The barrio, the reservation, and what is this? Keep going.
Come. And he delivered them into the hands of spoilers that spoiled them.
All right, delivered us into the hand of spoilers, man. He gave us over to the Chinese, man. You want chicken? Go get your tong tong. Go get that. You understand? You want chicken? You like chicken? I know niggas like chicken. Well, how they the Colonel? A good white boy got 14 seasons. What do you call it? Spices and seasonings, whatever it is, herbs and spices. That's what he got. Got all of that for you. You want that? Go get it. Like chicken, you are handed over to them though. You don't own no chicken farm. You got to go buy it from Tyson. You got to go get this and that and the third if you want anything. He delivered us into the hands of the spoilers and they spoiled us. They charged us exuberant prices for whatever. You know what I'm saying? The prices continue to go up right now. You know what I'm saying? Very hard. I'm sorry. We can't get the ships in. It's just too much. It's just traffic on the ocean. You got ocean traffic. It's been a jam up for 3 months. Niggas just sitting in the boats.
Ocean jam.
They just sitting in the boats right now. They can't even get out. You can't get no chicken without paying $55 for it. You want chicken? You know you want chicken. Get some chicken, man. It's about the cheapest you're gonna get. Try to buy a steak. Anyway, delivered us into the hands of the spoilers, and they spoiled us, and what?
And he sold them into the hand of their enemies round about, so that they could not any longer stand before their enemies.
Man, you had no might. You could not stand in front of you. Couldn't this thing like standing up to somebody. You can't stand up to them anymore. So what do you do if you can't stand anymore? What do you do? How about it?
Oh.
Yeah, raise your hand next time. That's good. You definitely fall.
I was gonna say bow down.
That's the fall. That's what you do when you can't stand no more. You bow down. Next time you use the mic.
Come on, slow.
You're gonna have to fall on your knees, bow down, put yourself down. You can't even stand up in front of me. You're gonna celebrate Christmas and Halloween and Thanksgiving, and worst of all, not even say worst, it's just as bad, but Kwanzaa, like that came up late. Like, where did Kwanzaa come from? Niggas was like, nigga, I don't care. They're around about me now, so I'm gonna serve that God. I don't even know what Kwanzaa's about. I meant to look it up today, but I got kind of caught up. But like I said, you would not be able. We were sold unto our enemies to where we couldn't even stand anymore. We couldn't stand up to them anymore. So you just fell. You just bowed down to them. You became, a good slave, and you celebrated Thanksgiving better than they do. Spend all your money on fireworks. Nigga, you ain't got no money. Kids is gonna be hungry for the next 2 weeks because you bought all them goddamn sparklers. The hell is wrong with you? We do it better than they do. Niggas can't even afford goddamn fireworks. They go buy ammo. Bust them suckers out. You know what I'm saying? Like, this the worst, man. We're the worst. Keep going.
Come.
We're the worst, and we gotta get better, Salaki. Go ahead. Gotta get better. We are the worst, though. God damn. Like, this is the testimony of the Most High against us, man. This is what we did. This is what we continuing to do. Right now, today, as I'm speaking right now, outside these four walls, it's still going on. You understand? Like, they refused. Even after the Lord started doing this. Did we get to that part yet? That's the part I want to get to. Let's keep going.
The hand of the Lord was against them for evil, as the Lord had said, and as the Lord had sworn unto them.
See that? As the Lord has said, and as the Lord has sworn. Keep going.
Come. And they were greatly distressed. The Lord's raised out of the hand of those that
was stressed out. They were distressed. They were stressed out. And the Lord still, now he swore this what he was going to do if you didn't listen to him, if you didn't love him, if you didn't follow him, if you didn't diligently seek him. You understand what your heart do? You didn't do it. And then he looked back and he was like, you know what, man, let me help these Negroes out. You know what I'm saying? And he did what? Read that last part one more time.
Come.
Right where you was at.
16.
Wherever you was at.
Nevertheless, the Lord raised up judges to deliver them out of the hand of those that swore them.
Nevertheless, you get that? Nevertheless, even though you should have been killed, you should have been in the hands of the spoilers that let them do whatever the hell they wanted to do. Nevertheless, even though you were a horrible, evil, wicked bastard, the Lord nevertheless delivered you, gave you judges that delivered you out of the hand of the spoilers. Am I saying it right?
Which delivered them out of the hand of those that spoiled them.
They delivered you out of the hands of them that spoiled them. Like, he gave us men of the Lord, great men who hazarded their lives, man. Told you what you didn't want to hear. Father and your mother should have told you, and if they did told you, you didn't listen to it. They did that to deliver you out of whatever it is you was dealing with. Keep going.
And yet they would not hearken unto their judges.
So what can you do? What are we supposed to do? Niggas hate me. I'm telling you. Niggas hate me in the truth. Because I am like my father. I'm like Commander GEN.YAHANNA. I'm like GEN.YAHANNA. I'm like Jeremiah and General Haas, General Shalimar, General Kathungabar, General Q. I'm like them. I'm like, Captain Tawar, Captain Shock, Captain Cesaria. I'm like them. These cats raised me to be something better than who the hell I was before I came in here. You understand? Like that simple nigga that I was held and expected to be something from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Well, these brothers, they came up in there, tried to deliver blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians out of the hands of people that hated them. They thought that they were less. But yet they what?
And yet they would not hearken unto their judges.
Yet they would not hearken to the black men over them. They did not want to hear that. Who the hell are you? Do you celebrate Christmas? Nigga, this up. You do you. This is a free country. I celebrate whatever I want to celebrate. You do you. Now I'm trying to help you. Shut the hell up before I shoot you, bro. Go ahead, celebrate Christmas. That's our people. That's how it was. If they'd had guns back then, nigga, you know how many people would have died? I'm trying to tell you. Popping up everywhere around that time. Time of prophets, man. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, any more?
Come on, sir. But they went a warring after other gods.
Whoring.
Warring.
White man's the devil, the Bible speaks of. You just listen to me, all
All
right, what I said?
Warring.
There you go. Read it again.
Come on, sir. But they went a whoring.
Yo, he ain't want to say. Hey, I'm delivering you from the silent W right now, nigga. I'm delivering you out of the hands of the silent W, man. Yes, that's how they spell whore in English. You know what I'm saying? It's W-H-O-R-E. That's whore. Whore. Yeah. So a hoe. That's why we shorten it. That's what niggas do. We shorten it. We take that W out. That W confusing. I'm gonna take off the A. I'm gonna take off the R-E and just leave the hoe. That's all I want. I got it now. Oh, it's hoe. It's whoring. Okay, we gonna call that hoeing. We gonna call it. All right. Go ahead, read one more time.
Come on, sir. But they went a whoring after other gods.
Mm-hmm. You became a whore for other gods. That's what we did. We gave it up. We bowed down. We submitted. You understand? Like a wife is supposed to. But we already had a Lord. We already had one. So we was whoring. It would have been fine if you didn't have no other God. The Lord didn't give you the law, statutes, and commandments, and he didn't bring our fathers out of Egypt. Who's going to say anything? White people change their gods like they change socks. They just change anytime they want to, anytime they feel like it. Because their gods is fake. You will get the wrath of the Lord. You'll be in prison, nigga. You'll have to be in the grave. Fuck with the Lord. Don't play. Don't play with God. What they say in the Christian church. Don't play with the Lord. You understand? So you playing, your ass to be in some serious trouble. You know what I'm saying? So we went a whoring after other gods, meaning we submitted ourselves. We blew the rod of another god. You understand? That's what we did. You know what I mean? We went a whoring. Keep going.
Come. And bow themselves unto them.
They did what?
And bow themselves unto them.
They bowed themselves unto them. You understand? Like we went up under them. You understand? Go ahead.
Come. They turned quickly out of the way which their fathers walked in.
Forget about it. They turned what?
Quickly.
It didn't take no time at all. Didn't take no time at all. I be trying to tell boy, listen. You ever had a woman you got with her? You know what I'm saying? You got with her, you didn't know about her ex-boyfriend that she'd not been with for 2 months. As soon as she got with you, she did what?
Okay, turn quickly.
Whores. Wars. Wars. They turn quick because why? they don't like what it is you doing. They like something else better for whatever reason. It won't even be the old one, but they go get a new one. You know what I'm saying? But the point is that it don't take that long, man. And I just paid your rent. I just got that here. I tried to show you what I was about. You know what I'm saying? It's like the third, nigga. I just, you know, Captain Saberhole, you know, almost took a bullet for you, and it got you up out of there. We was at the club, and you took you home and got the dub, and you know what I'm saying? Now it's like turned real quick and ain't shit. Yeah, man, like, what's the problem? You know what I'm saying? So, end of the day, we are just like any other whore. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Lord is saying. That's how the Lord looks at blacks and whites and everything. Like we are like that whore. If you've ever found, some of us have never had to deal with them. I just heard stories personally. I don't know how women act and do and whatever. Cool. Those of you that have actually bought a whore, you really know. How quick does she turn the next trick?
Right.
Real simple shit. You know what I'm saying? Any more?
Come on, sir. Come on. They turned quickly out of the way which their fathers walked in of the Lord, but they did not.
That's it, man. They didn't hold on to it, man. The testimonies of the Most High, sure, man. We should hold these forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, we should pass these down to our kids. You know what I'm saying? Our kids. But what happens normally is that you're the father, you teach. You're the mother, you teach. Quickly, Israel becomes somebody else's. You know what I'm saying? Like your kids, you know what I'm saying? Give it up for whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I tell y'all stories, man. I got a ton of kids, which means I got a ton of things going on. Everything is different. Everybody's different. Everybody got something they dealing with. Everybody, whatever. In the day, I can see how this happens. I can see how this just quickly just. Yeah, I raised all my kids the same way. You'll be able to see what the Lord is talking about, man. Like you look at them like, you know, pointless children, pointless wives, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't respect what the Most High, what Christ did, what Commander GEN.YAHANNA did, what the camp leader did, whatever, the officer, you know what I'm saying, or the trooper or whoever. You don't respect nothing that they did, you know what I'm saying? And because of it, you'll go back to doing something else, man. And that's why we deserve worse. We deserve worse than slavery. We deserve worse than the ghetto. We really do. We deserve worse than the drive-by. You know what I'm saying? Like the drive-by seemed quick. Like, bye, you're done. We need crucifixion. Like our king shouldn't have got crucified. You understand? Anyway, it's a lot. Any more?
That's it, sir.
All right, real quick. Give me the other one. Did I have one more?
Yes, sir.
Let me get that real quick, and I'm out of here, man. I'm sorry, y'all. I just missed y'all, nigga. I took y'all a whole hour. So what? Y'all see the brothers and sisters in here. They hate me right now. I don't even care. I really don't. I missed y'all, man. I was like, man, I was stuck in CBS. I was like, man, I might as well not even go. You crazy. I'm going. Man, I'm going. Go ahead.
God. The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2 and verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
Mm-hmm. Gold is tried in the fire, man, and that's what we're going through, man. Like, this is what you should put anybody who's under you. You should do this. This is what the Lord did for us. Read it one more time.
Yes, sir. God. Ecclesiasticus chapter 2 and verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire.
Now, break it down. Whoever. Sisters, troopers, officers, chat. Who want that? I need the key points in this joint.
SHALAM.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the goal will be like it will be the children, it'll be the children of Israel. So if we're gonna be on top, if we're gonna rule, we're gonna have to go through this trial. once we try and prove to the Most High, then we'll be able to rule.
Then we'll be able to rule, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, solid. All right, you had something different?
Basically, go being tried in a fire and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity is, I guess you being molded and coming out better than you were before.
Gold comes out better?
Was being refined when it goes to the fire. No, okay, well,
That's not what happens to gold when it goes in the fire. What happens, you might want to look that one up. Okay, well, what is gold? If you find gold in the earth, if y'all know gold comes out the ground. Okay, so when you find the gold in the earth, what is impure about it?
I thought it's just like a nugget, like a piece of.
Mm-hmm. It is. But it's pure gold though, right? When you find gold in the earth, it's pure gold. That's not what this is saying. Gold is tried in the furnace, right? So meaning gold is melted down. It's not the nugget anymore. They melt it down. It's not to make, okay. What if I never refined it? What if I never put it in the fire? Is it less valuable? You said make it better, is why I'm asking. Okay. Well, here's the thing. Gold is valuable in the first place, which is the first point that you wanted to, you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna break this down, read it one more time. Whoever's reading.
Yes, sir. Ecclesiastes chapter 2 and verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire.
Gold is tried in the fire, right? It's not that we don't know if it's gold or not. Gold is tried in the fire. It's already valuable. If you burn it and get all the dirt, or melt it, I said burn it. If you melt it, get all of the dirt and impurities out of it, what's the purpose of that? Anybody know? Why do they do that? I might want to look it up. Go ahead. Might want to look it up.
Okay. To make it pure.
Okay. It is, yeah, to make it pure. It is pure. It's gold. Like not pure gold. When in my thinking, I could be wrong. That's why I said look it up. Not pure gold is like something that you add something to. Like 14 karat gold. Why is it 14 karat?
Because it has more gold, more gold in it.
Mm-mm. 14 karat gold is not pure.
More solid.
It's add something else into it to make it not like regular gold. You can bend it. You know what I mean? You forget about it. And that's how they know. It's gold in their heads. You know what I'm saying? Because they can bend it with their teeth. Gold is that type of metal. 14 karat, it makes it better for a chain. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to break as easy. It's not going to that 30 you can keep it for long. It's got gold in it, but it's not pure gold. Pure gold, you can pick out the ground. You know what I'm saying? And it's pure, nothing but gold. There's nothing else added to it. What's in it is all gold. It might be dirty. It might have, it grew out the ground. You know what I'm saying? So, what is yeah, the brother said silver in it. I thought it was like iron in it or something, but yeah, silver. I don't think it's silver. Are you sure? Okay. All right. What you got?
Refining with fire.
Refining gold.
Refining with flame is one of the oldest methods of refining metals, mentioned even in the Bible. Refining by fire is the preferable
larger quantities of gold. Strong acids are used to dissolve the impurities in the gold or in afterwards are neutralized and washed away, taking the impurities with them.
But not anything else. It's still pure. It's pure gold, but its impurities is like the dirt that's in there. 14 karat is not pure gold. 14 karat has got dirt at it. It's like the brother said silver or whatever. So going through that process of it being melted is just so that we can get rid of everything else and only have this. You know what I'm saying? It was always this. This is over here. It just had other stuff in it. So now you want to get all of that other stuff, be able to separate it. You understand? Like that's what happens when you come into the school. You put on all black, taking out trash, doing this and that and the third. We getting all this, and we fighting all the demons to get them joints the hell up out of there. You was already gold. You was already the chosen people of the Most High. You understand? But we're getting rid of everything else that's not gold. You know what I'm saying? Like it's you. It's just, you know what I mean? It's you without the other stuff that's added from the people that's around, like we've been reading about before, man. It ain't without Christmas. You know what I'm saying? You had that same spirit before. You know what I'm saying? It was always there. The spirit didn't go nowhere. We did get rid of Christmas. We got rid of Kwanzaa and Thanksgiving and whatever the hell else. You know what I'm saying? So read it one more time. Salah.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 2 and verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire.
Right, gold, which is already valuable. It's put through 90 days. It's put through officer's tests and 6 months and losing your job, losing your loved one, your wife leaving you. Because all of that is something that you don't need to keep. Now, I would still keep the gold. Still my people, still niggas, you know what I'm saying? But you would be much happier without this over here, you know what I'm saying? So gold, something that's very valuable, is tried. Somebody, give me Isaiah. Okay, finish this first.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 2 and verse 5. For gold is tried in fire, and an acceptable man in the furnace of adversity.
And what type of man?
An acceptable man in the furnace of adversity.
That's the point of the gold. You know what I'm saying? Like you are the chosen people of the Most High. You are already valuable. Acceptable men, you go through adversity, just like gold goes through fire. It's not to destroy you. Putting that gold through fire does not destroy it. What it does is clean it. It's still gold. It was always gold. It ain't never gonna be nothing else but gold. The sister said, make it better. And I would say that depends on perspective. Better would be for whatever the purpose is, right? For making jewelry, you're gonna need to, do this. You're gonna have to get certain things. For it being worth what the hell it's worth, you can't make it better. Like it's still, you understand what I'm saying? Like you get 3 ounces of gold, it's still 3 ounces of gold. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? Whatever doesn't make the gold different. That's what this, like how this, it says acceptable in what?
And acceptable men. The fire is tried. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
Mm-hmm.
Believe in him, and he will help thee.
In the furnace of adversity, man. So like I said, you might lose your mother. Your wife might leave, you might lose your job, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? It's adversity. So now we're trying to find out, you know what I'm saying, is this acceptable, man? Value. Like it's okay. If you picked up something that looked like gold and the real gold piece, picked up one that looked like gold, the other one was a real gold piece, and you put them in a fire, it's you determining what is what. Like this is a good scripture for like, I remember I used to always talk about like brothers and sisters that come in here and they say they one West, or a brother or sister that come in here and be like, yeah, my father is Judite, when really it's African. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna go through something, you know, they're not one West. Like they not valuable. You know what I'm saying? They are a leech and a, you know, a bloodsucker and a cancer to their people, period. You know what I'm saying? Or they not Israel at all. You know what I'm saying? So if this is supposed to be gold, we'll find out. You know what I'm saying? If this is supposed to be somebody who's one West, if you accept it, if you are your officer, we'll find out. You know what I'm saying? Like this adversity is what's going to try you. It's going to test you. That's what try means, right? So it's what's going to test you. This adversity, you have to go through it. You come into the truth, you're going to lose a lot. You understand? Depending on your size, you might be huge, and you know the stuff that you want to give up is just a really small thing, no problem. Or you might have to give up a lot of dirt for the little bit of gold that's left. No problem. We'll take the little bit of gold as long as it's pure, as long as it's real. It's real gold. I don't want no fake gold. I can't wait, bro. Can't wait to be able to just afford 24 karat gold all the time. Sounds wonderful. You know what I'm saying? So that's what this is talking about. That's what we are. We are the gold. You know what I'm saying? And we are put through this test of seeing if we're gonna follow the Most High's laws, seeing if we're gonna, you know, be able to deal with, you know, ranking order, seeing if we're gonna be able to deal with protocol. You know what I mean? That's what it's about. Was there any more?
No, sir. We got Isaiah.
Okay, I remember that. Isaiah what?
Chapter 13, verse 12.
What is it? Give me a second. Read to Isaiah 13 and 12. What is that?
For the Most High will make a man more precious than fine gold.
Okay. That's good, please. Isaiah, tell me yet?
The book of Isaiah, chapter 13 and verse 12.
Yeah.
Isaiah chapter 13, verse 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the gold wedge of Ophir. Therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place.
Oh, there you go, man. I will shake the heavens and the earth will move out of her place, man. That's another one that's in Isaiah. He said, oh, it's coming up in 14, the next verse or next chapter. But yeah, so I will make a man more precious than fine gold. If you kept reading through 14, that's what the whole thing of Israel coming that we've been under, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's gonna clean us up through poverty and slavery and, you know, drug addiction and whatever else we've been going through, man. And once we clean up from all of that, listen, we're gonna be what we always were intended to be, man. That fine gold. We're gonna be better than gold, man. You think gold is valuable? The children of Israel are gonna be more valuable than anything on this earth. You know what I'm saying? So that's what this is talking about, man. We, you know, the only way we can get to that is by keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, changing our life, changing, you know, converting our souls, like the scripture says, man. And, you know, it comes with, you know, of the Most High and looking to please Him in every move you can make, man. So, if y'all got any questions, again, I haven't heard nothing about no counsel. I guess nobody need no counsel. There's no sweat. You know what I'm saying? General just gonna say I'm doing an excellent job, so I'll just leave it at that, man. It's no problem, man. So that, man, I'll get with y'all tomorrow, Lord allow, man. Let's pack the house. Y'all be on time. Shalom, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh, Shai, brother, Thumb, Yahweh, Shemar, Thumb, Hashem, Yahweh, Shai.